Let's just keep it a buck. All right.
And we're back with another episode of Keep It a Buck podcast, man. Episode 36, man. I don't botch these that much, man. I've been doing well.
36. He's been
Episode
doing 36,
very well. Man. You know what numbers that we came up with. Shout out to the Buzz, Jerome Bettis.
Buzz.
Would he be considered a fullback or a fucking running back? I mean, I know he's labeled as.
Nah, he was a running back.
Sorry for
he
the
was a
credit.
running back. People used to try to say that he's a fullback, but no, he's a running back. And especially, honestly, if you looked at his highlights, I did a mix on him for our YouTube. He was quick. He was quick, and he used to run people over, and he was very hard to tackle, yes,
1000%.
and very strong, but he used to make some moves on people. Take some time and go watch some Jerome Bettis highlights, yo. Watch how he move, yo.
I got
My
a
boy's
comparison
aight.
for you to throw up now.
What up?
Since we got Jerome Bettis, would you rather stand in front of Jerome Bettis or Mike Allstott? I don't know if you remember Mike Allstott for the Buccaneers.
Whoa,
That boy used to run over people.
I would do.
That was the A train. That's what they
I
used
would-
to go.
I would prefer to be in front of Jerome Bettis. And I would say Jerome Bettis because when I watch Jerome Bettis and I watch Mike Allstott, just like you said, he's seeking that contact. He's going to look for it. He's going to see you. He's going to see that he's smaller than you. He's going to run you over. But Jerome Bettis, he might see you, see that you smaller than you and be like, all right, yo, I'm going to still make a move on you because you don't think I'm going to make a move on you.
Yeah,
So that's the type of dude Jerome Bettis is, in my opinion, like his play style. So,
all right.
yeah, I would definitely prefer, honestly, you don't prefer to be in front of neither one of them, right? But I would prefer to be in front of, definitely him.
That was
But
my
also on the
brother's
football
boy.
field, I liked trying to tackle bigger running backs and stuff. That's what I like to do, honestly. I like to take the legs out.
All right, man. We also got Marcus Smart, Lloyd Neal with the Blazers back in the day for all the old heads too.
Shout out Marcus Smart, yo. You are a big piece of establishing the aura of the Celtics brand of basketball. It just didn't work out for you to be their point guard. In my opinion, if you ended up being their backup point guard, you would have got a championship. But again, I understand the way people you want your money, bro. You want what you're worth. So you go into another team and sacrificing the championship. Hey, whatever happens. Whatever works out best for you works out best for you. And it worked out for the Celtics too. But I thought that again, you already know that Drew Holiday pickup, man.
It was
That Drew Holiday pickup.
You called it.
But all right, yo, we went in there and skipped the intros, bro.
Shoot, man.
Geez.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe,
forget.
man. We on our way to. I don't even want to get to these other numbers, man, because we on consistency and we on our way to 1,000, man.
Yeah, we're not even looking at them.
Yeah, we're not even. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna say the road to 1,000.
Y'all can go check though if y'all want.
And it's moving. It's moving.
And y'all
I
can-
appreciate
and
everybody.
y'all can like, share, and subscribe.
We definitely appreciate everybody.
It's always appreciated.
Definitely for dropping in, man. Make sure you comment too. That also helps the algorithm, man, push it through. So we just trying something, man. We're not trying. We just doing something. Trying is episode 5.
Yes.
We're on episode 36, baby.
Yo, bro, yeah,
so
no.
we ain't gonna say trying no more.
This
we
is
just
what
doing.
this is what we doing, yo. We
Yeah.
started this in May, yo. We've missed 1 week. Even the
1
week
week.
that we just had to forego this past week. We didn't even forego. We just dropped the episode late. So we're not missing, or we're doing our best to not miss weeks. So we've missed 1 week since we've started in May, and we're trying to stay consistent for you guys. So please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody. And yeah, man, we're on the road to 1,000.
While people were sad about TikTok, I was sad about CapCut.
Yo,
Oh man, I
that
was
our
scrambling
dilemma.
this week.
And we got a small talk since we don't
Yeah.
we haven't been doing Keep It a Buck section since Flea's been busy. Shout out Flea.
Shout out-
getting his masters.
shout out,
and
Josh.
too. Yep.
Shout out Cassius. He's training for his fight.
Yes, Big
So,
Cash
yeah,
got
shout
another
out to
fight
the guys,
on the way.
man.
So yeah, shout out to them, and yeah, let's get into
You want to do introductions?
intros. My name is Keeks. You can follow me at GSFK860. That's free training for kids in the community. So make sure you follow, and that's on Instagram, by the way.
You can follow me on Instagram at Coop_1988. And other platforms too, man, like your Twitch, your YouTube, your TikTok, things of that sorts. I'm all around. Come holler at me.
And oh yeah, yo, again, I think I mentioned this last time, but just in case I didn't, Game Speed's official spot or home for YouTube is Syndicate Nation. So we have a playlist under Syndicate Nation for Game Speed, and Syndicate Nation is a sports education network. So Game Speed is a community-run training program for sports. So that for basketball specifically. So that's exactly that's one of the sections. So that's gonna be like pretty much one of the channels under our YouTube. It still has its own Instagram page, but our home for YouTube is now gonna be for Syndicate Nation, because we didn't have one before. We didn't even have a YouTube before. So for Game Speed, it's gonna be under Syndicate Nation now, and welcome. And honestly, I'm on both sides. So like, I'm happy that this is like coming together and coming full circle.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, yo. So we'll start out today with what was we about to before
You
we
said
got
keep
the
it a buck,
intros?
and it sounded like it was around TikTok and this whole TikTok.
Yes.
So Instagram.
Let's talk about that
Instagram,
and
CapCut
get
things.
into the TikTok ban a little bit, just because that definitely did affect us.
It
That could be our keep it a buck for the day, because that definitely did affect us.
I seen a lot of people scrambling. I seen a lot of content creators asking how I'm going to pay my bills, how I'm going to do this. And right now, if you didn't know,
People was really getting to the chicken off of it though.
They
but
was.
that's also what made me want to hit hard at that shit.
they also
People was really stressed.
people can't download TikTok if they deleted it. If they deleted TikTok, you can't download it from the stores right now. As I'm speaking right now,
Oh, geez.
Thursday. What's today's date? The 23rd? 23rd.
Oh, jeez. You know, people gonna be stressed. People that
Yeah, a lot of people. And I've heard people are buying people's phones
that have it on them,
that have it on their phones.
so they can
They're
access
selling off their
accounts.
phones for people to be able to access TikTok. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know how official it is.
Ooh.
You know, that's wild.
Yeah. So yeah. For me, I kind of like saw like a lot of the commotion and stuff. Besides, because we go on TikTok for our posts, and we've honestly been getting a good amount of traction. So we're starting to see like why people were like so stressed on that side, because we see how fast like the traction comes in. Just like if you're consistent, and like what happens if you're not consistent. So yeah, it was just a scene to see. It was a scene to see, but I'm happy that but that is one reason why our prime place is something that is already government supported by the US. So like Google is already built in and like on every search engine, and like that is like the search engine. So yeah, it's just like that's one thing like we were trying to make sure we built on. So they helped us on that end, but one, our TikTok started to grow, so that hurt us there. And then number two, it hurt us because CapCut is owned by CapCut is owned by TikTok.
That's the big herder.
So that hurt us a lot. So that's our video editor, and then Coop wasn't able to edit. We're scrambling around trying to find a video editor, and yeah, people were saying like Adobe Premiere. I saw another one that had like AI tools and stuff, and it's good to have those, but you have to trial run and test everything before you do anything. So the fact that it came back, it was good for us, and it just let us know that we probably do need to get something that is more US based and regulated, so that we can just not have to deal with this again. But also, who knows if this TikTok thing is about to get sold. They talking I just saw a post earlier, Mr. Beast talking about he's in talks with some billionaires to buy TikTok. So he just offered it up on TikTok too. So hey, that might be something. TikTok might just be here to stay. So who knows?
Also, if you are one of the people that watches our videos and you know any video edits that I can use or that we can use, drop a comment. I would love to know which ones is very useful. I got very much used to CapCut. I know how to maneuver. I could edit within 30 to 45 minutes. I was on I don't even know the name of it. I was on there for 30, 45 minutes trying to see how to load in stuff. I'm like, yo, it's nuts.
That's how it be, bro. Finding something new once you get a system.
Yeah. But you know how my system started out in CapCut. It took me about an hour and a half. Oh, no, it wasn't even an hour and a half. It was like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm down to about 20 to 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's process.
Easy work. Yeah, it's easy work now. I do still want to start getting into cutting. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I know that takes a lot. But yeah, Adobe is one of them.
The more AI gets advanced, you won't need to do that.
I know Adobe Premiere has it.
Yes, but
DaVinci, I don't know what it's called. It's called
like
something.
they'll cut it for you. Like you can get like the words.
You need 2 cameras to even do it. So
yeah. So I mean, that's not bad for future purposes. We got good camera right now. We got mics. We got to get back to that backdrop.
We
process
do,
ourselves.
man. We gotta get our backdrop.
We
going.
definitely do.
1000%.
For just a funny tip for y'all. Freaking the video editor that's AI that we use keeps picking up the women that are up there. They keep picking up their faces and think that they're actual people. So they got like blocks, their own blocks when we're doing our video editing. So if you ever see them, just know that they getting picked up by AI, and our black women are always watching.
Yes, ma'am. I said yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
But all right, what we starting out for sports for today?
I think we should go with the Lamar Jackson. This weekend was a crazy weekend for all football. We had the Lions getting beat by freaking Redskins, thrashed by Redskins. Oh, yeah, that was a shocker.
That was the shocker. In my opinion, that was the shocker of the weekend, because that 1000%. Ravens shit is some shit that the Ravens playoff game was the definition or the seeing factor of the Ravens season all year.
So then. This wasn't even the topic. Let's get into it. So if you haven't heard, the Redskins, man, they was what, number 6 seed? Mm-hmm. They went against the number 1 seed, the number 2 overall.
But let me tell you, yep.
Go ahead. I'm looking up. Go ahead.
But let me tell you exactly how this is about to happen, right?
Don't tell me, man.
I saw something. You already know I just be looking up stuff, looking up futuristic stuff. They have this game simulator that Jaden Daniels, what was it, McDaniels?
What?
Jaden Daniels, McDaniels for
the quarterback?
Quarterback?
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels, my fault. But they have him using quarterback simulator, or just like a game simulator.
Yeah, that's dope. At the beginning,
Bro, they're gonna use that in the marketing for him winning all these playoff games and producing. That is about to hit the market and sell like a mother.
What
telling
technology
y'all right
is
now,
that for stocks?
Telling
we
you
need
right
to
now.
look at what company offer stocks.
We'll look that up too. But honestly, all that shit is chips, bro. All that shit is chips, because it's like using artificial intelligence, and that's why, again, this is why Apple is still to play. This is why Apple is still to play, because Apple is gonna find a way to make it. In my opinion, I think they'll get to this quicker, because like they're kind of expensive with their VR.
Yeah.
But if you can just get that with Apple through just have it all through one, rather than having to go out to somebody else to get it, or go to another company and then try to find a way to connect them. Even though Apple are probably trying to find a way to make sure the iPhones can't connect to any other ones.
I just don't like the fact that Apple is the monopoly for everything of technology. And that's because I'm not an Apple
it's not
guy.
though.
I get what you're saying.
It's not though.
They're trying.
They're trying, but yo,
Apple TV,
Google got their own, but everybody's trying to monopolize their own, not their own space, but everybody's trying to get their piece of the pie. They're trying to be like few big powers.
They're not trying to become a dinosaur.
Yeah, exactly.
In the world of technology, what keeps growing.
Exactly.
So I understand that.
But you got the Microsofts, you got the Google, Tesla, Apple, like Nvidia, like all those companies are growing, and just those are gonna be like the leaders, and are honestly gonna be. Those are the leaders of the. Let me know. Yeah, leaders of the world. Honestly, put it like that. 'Cause Apple's everywhere, Microsoft everywhere, especially with artificial intelligence. If you want artificial intelligence and want it to be able to benefit you, OpenAI. OpenAI is owned by Microsoft. It's just
So to piggyback of what you're saying is because he was doing the I don't need, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't get to watch the combine and things like that. I heard he wasn't really trying out for teams and stuff like that. That's what he did through the trials was the simulator. Dude,
bro, this shit's gonna hit the market. They're gonna make so much money off this shit.
It's looking real good. But is this a product of that, or is it a product of Jaden Daniels? Because we do need to do our research to say, because we didn't. This wasn't even a topic. Jaden Daniels. We all know people come out the cut like Stroud from Texans. CJ Stroud from last year did an amazing job. But I don't think, in my opinion, I've never seen somebody make it to the NFC or AFC championship like this.
What perfect way? What more perfect way to roll out the technology?
Yeah, to roll out the technology. Now's the time. Because my thing is, nobody has the tape. We can't say we don't have the tape because you still got a whole season worth of the tape of this guy. But usually it takes a year for everybody to say, oh, he doesn't like the road left. He doesn't, Jaden Daniels is just looking amazing.
And there's no better time to capitalize than now, because just like you said, bro, they don't have a year's worth of tape on him.
They don't.
They don't have a year's worth of tape on him to sit there and game plan for him from the years past and then be able to go in this year and say, okay, we got last year's, so now what did he get better at? We can form this off of last year. That everything has to be brand new or just based off of like the one time you saw them go against this specific defense. So it's tough.
So the one thing I look at is the Chiefs versus Commanders game. I look at that game and he learned from it, and he's gotten better. It's just like every game he's learning from what was going on. Like his stats from that game is 299 yards, 22 out of 31 passes thrown, incompleted, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 91.8 QBR. This is crazy. And they made the Lions, and the Lions was dominant this year. Like they looked unbeatable to whereas I felt like they was going to the Super Bowl. So I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Yo.
I was like, yo, it was a shocker to see, like, yo, what is going on? Yo, shout out.
I saw the score of that game. I forgot. It was either you or my dad, bro. I was like, yo, do y'all see this game? I think it was my dad. I was like, yo, bro, do you see the score of this game? Am I tripping?
No, it was in the crib.
You see
the crib.
Yeah.
I
walked by you. I was like, yo, do you see this? Like, do you see the score of this game,
nuts.
bro?
It's nuts.
Like, dog.
It's nuts.
But I respect it. I respected Jaden Daniels. I respect
they
his
coming
game.
at your boys. Your boys is getting
heat for what?
Huh?
Who, Cowboys?
It's getting strays. Because they seen how bad that the Redskins, no quarterback, no GM, the owner was non-existent due to the fact of, and now a year later you're in the NFC Championship.
First of all, they better leave Jerry alone before he go make another rash decision.
Yo, he already made it.
But that's what I'm saying,
y'all
bro.
Just hired a coach.
When
I forgot the name of it. Breaking news. I just hired a coach today. I need to find the name of him, but I heard he's another yes man.
I don't even want to know. But that's what I'm saying. Every time somebody says something about him, he gonna go and do exactly what he wants.
Yo, what's up with man? I know we talking about Commanders, man. As a Cowboy fan, in your arch rival, who's the Commanders, is doing this. How do you feel? I mean, I know
you really jinxed us, bro.
Huh?
You really jinxed us.
No, I did. You're the one that said it at the beginning of the year. I'm the one that picked the Commanders.
He jinxed
over
us.
y'all. I didn't jinx y'all.
Yo, make sure
that's the only thing I got right.
Make sure y'all don't roll with people like Coop, man.
I'm just my.
He
bad,
gonna
man.
jinx your team. He gonna make sure you're not living good.
Look, man, I'm no look. How did I jinx the team? I'm the one that said y'all was gonna be in third place.
Exactly. You jinxed us to be in third place. You said we was gonna be in third place. You know,
I usually get things wrong. So what are you talking?
unless it's
it
my
goes the
teams.
opposite way.
When it's my teams, you get it right. I feel like the Cowboys gonna be in third place. When are you just called it at the perfect time. You got it.
I don't know, man. I just don't know
What's
what
next?
moves do y'all need to be made. What?
We need I said this already. For the Cowboys to rebuild, we need to start with our line. We already have a quarterback. We have a receiver. Running backs are not hard to come by in the league. Bro, don't do that. Our running backs are not hard to come by, especially not in today's day and age.
I know that.
They're
but
not hard to come by.
Everybody starting to rebrand the market.
Everybody's fast. Everybody's explosive these days. Pause. Like, no, running backs are not hard to come by. So we got a quarterback, and honestly, the tough thing about our quarterback situation is Dak holds on to the ball too long. Even if we do have a good line, we're not going to get deep into the playoffs if Dak is holding on to the ball for so long, because that's what it was before. We could have got deep into the playoffs with the teams we had in Dak's early careers, but we didn't. We didn't because he holds on to the ball too long. He doesn't make quick enough decisions. So it just looked even worse once his line was worse. Once his line is worse now you're just getting sacked in the backfield rather than just holding on to the ball and having to throw it out. He was just throwing it out all the time when he had a good line, but now he's just getting sacked and it looks terrible. Or he's making a bad throw and he's getting picked off. So
all this boils down to is Jerry Jones.
I mean,
no matter how we
but we gotta
need that man out.
Yeah, but we gotta say something else because
I
can't come up here and especially if we want to get far in the sports world, man. I can't come up here and shit on Jerry Jones every day. So, and honestly, that's why I stay away from it anyways. We trying to get far in the sports media world.
Well, I'm gonna say Jerry Jones need to go. Sorry, my bad. The moves in here. Who your coach is? Brian Schottenheimer's. Which I heard that is a yes man, saying he's going to list, and that's why a lot of people wanted Deion there. A lot of Cowboy fans wanted Deion there.
Yeah.
Which they already...
If we had Deion there, that shit, yeah, right. He would have sent Deion ass packing.
Nah, he would have sent Jerry Jones into a... No, mind.
He would have sent,
Jerry Jones would have, yeah.
He would have sent Deion ass packing.
He would have lost his mind, I ain't going to lie to you. Deion wouldn't care. He's a beloved coach. I mean, beloved player in Cowboys history. It's nothing that you. It's nothing
but that's why you really think Deion would go there?
No.
I was about to say I don't feel like that's the type of program Deion would.
Deion might be going to the Raiders.
But that's what I'm saying. Like something where you can be the GM, where you can be like LeBron. I know LeBron's a player, but LeBron's a player, coach, and GM all together. He does everything. So, where you can be like that.
I know we everywhere at this first topic because we were supposed to do the Ravens joint. Do you think, because he's still declining it, do you think Deion Sanders is going to be an NFL coach this year?
I think he'll follow his son to the league. I think he wants to see his son be a professional, and I think that's more important to him than sticking around to coaching college. And I'm not saying that's a shade to him for that or anything. He put both of these programs on, got both of these programs way better. And if they can't maintain that after, that's kind of I know it's tough to say, but hopefully Colorado won't have too much of a drop-off after because he's not going to another school to take his kids if he goes to the NFL. So, I think he will just because I think he wants to see his son be a professional. I think he wants to guide his son through being a professional. So even if he's not a coach, I don't think that he'll be coaching college next year.
Too much writing on the wall. He coached his son all the way up from youth. And I watched him say, on I forgot what show it was, where he says, I know what's going on behind the curtains in the NFL. So I know what teams I want my son to go to. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me Deion ain't going to be a part of that package deal to say, yeah, I'm going to make sure he's good. So
that's what I'm saying.
So
everybody getting paid.
I was hoping that you
Kinda like the Ball family.
I would have bet you on that. I would have tell y'all.
Yeah, no.
I think it's more a foregone conclusion that he's going to be in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think it is, man. He's not even really denying it at this point in time. So I don't know.
But yeah. Again, back to the Lamar thing. That just like I said, that is.
Can I pose the question? Because I never posed the question.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Do you think Lamar Jackson is an elite quarterback?
I mean, yeah, he's obviously an elite quarterback. I mean, what do you mean by that? I feel like everybody's gonna say he's an elite quarterback. We need a more like elite title than that. Because is he like top two? Well, obviously top two, or is I honestly bet is Lamar Jackson better than Patrick Mahomes? Because that's what we're talking about now. Because everybody is talking about Lamar Jackson. Everybody's talking about Patrick Mahomes because of his rings. Bro, I really sat back and watched Lamar this year, bro. Dog. I said it in the beginning of the year before the year started. Yo, everything like Patrick Mahomes in the rings, yo, cool. Like he's got to be. And then Lamar can't even be mentioned because he don't even got rings. But, bro, after watching this year and then, like, sitting here watching how his year ended and how most of his year went and how some of his records, like Loki could have had, like, a perfect season on, like, his touchdown to turnover ratio if it wasn't for other people. Or could have had one turnover. Bro, that's wild. One turnover is wild. So, like, it just gives me a different perspective on it, bro. I can't even say that Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. I don't give a what nobody says. He be Lamar Jackson, bro. He be the numbers and with what people be doing, he's the ultimate professional as well. Because people have been dropping the ball for him all year long. But again, that playoff game was just like a short replay of the whole season, in my opinion.
This goes back to what I was saying this is probably, and it's kind of hard to say in the mix of everything, because there's a lot of star power in the quarterback round, which you got Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Mahomes. It's a lot of star power. How I feel, and it as far as that, this might be the weakest it's been in a long time for QBs as far as elite, because there's only one dominant. And that's why I went back to, like, back then you still had to think about Peyton Manning and, because Tom Brady still ruled the era. But you still had to worry about Peyton Manning. You still had to worry about Eli.
But, like, also I feel
Rodgers was still in the loom.
But I feel like that also gets to the fact that football is such a sport that relies on so many people. Mm-hmm. Like, you got your 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and then you got your different types of special teams, and then you got your head coach. They got, you see how many fucking coaches they got on a freaking football field, bro. You see it. You got the front office coordinator. You see the freaking coach. The front office. They be having a party up there every day. Like, it's so dog, so much. So it's just like, bro, it's hard to say, like, you're not an elite quarterback because you're not leading this whole entire organization to a championship. That is tough to say. That is so many people, but it's also, you can also be like, yo, Patrick Mahomes has been put in position to do this, kind of like Brady. It was the perfect fit, even though Brady won a championship after too. But this organization, even though that organization was the perfect fit as well.
What, the Buccaneers?
Brady? That Bucks team was the perfect, perfect organization for him. So, I feel like they just have that for him. So that can be like their point for Patrick Mahomes.
I agree with everything you're saying, but my thing is elite is being able to get it done. And time and time and again, I get what you're saying. It was. But we seen something from Lamar Jackson that he didn't do all year. He threw a freaking blatant interception. I don't know what that was.
Mhm.
That was a blatant interception. It was no driver. He overthrew the person by like 10 yards. Safety picked it off.
That's something he's never done all year. But how
Yes.
doesn't that happen with quarterbacks?
Yes, 1,000%.
Just
1,000%.
Cool.
It just didn't happen in Lamar's season this year.
cool.
To where it's
So
over.
so he wasn't due.
And they came at the wrong time.
How
The
did
very
how,
wrong
how did
time.
it come at the wrong time if he had the chance to win the game and give somebody a perfect pass and they drop it?
How
Bro,
I feel about that is the
come
game is
on.
out and you
The
talking-
game's not decided in the last thing. But
There you
if
go.
it's been happening all year and you fumbled the ball as well, so cool. Lamar threw that interception, bro. He fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yep. So he fumbled and dropped the
First
ball.
half.
Mhm.
First half. Yeah.
So dog, it's been happening all year to Lamar, and I respect the fact, that people can make mistakes. I just said this earlier.
Yeah.
People can make mistakes, but you can't take that away from. You can't take that away from him on this part. Like, it's been happening all year long. If this happened like the first time this year, okay. But dog, he's been losing games all year, close games all year, because people have been dropping the ball and like messing up his interception to touchdown to the interception ratio because people have been dropping the ball.
I fully get what you say. It's just this is this year, but what about the other years? Is how I'm feeling like, and that goes along with Allen, Burrow, all that. We shall see. I'm just saying that it should be a tier system. It's just Mahomes is up here and everybody's below him, and I'm just like, I want Lamar Jackson to break through. Until he breaks through, it's like,
So
can
I-
he be labeled as elite?
So I got the
It's got
question.
serious
I got the
levels to this
question.
shit.
You put Lamar Jackson in a Kansas City jersey when Patrick Mahomes got there. Same thing, just flip-flop him. What's this looking like? What's this
I
looking
don't
like?
think it's the same. Their play styles is too.
You don't think
different.
Lamar Jackson will be able to mesh well with the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, Andy
if he
Reid, I
played
love
for
him
them?
as a coach. He's a very great coach, and he's a player's coach, and he's definitely quarterback.
They said
enthusiast.
Lamar Jackson wasn't going to be able to throw when he got into
That's
the
the
league.
crazy part. That's why I'm glad he threw for over 4,000 yards.
So
So,
that's
I'm
what
glad that he proven people.
So,
wrong with that
like,
one.
you don't think that he would fit in with the Kansas City Chiefs if he had to switch spots with?
Would they win the ring? Are we asking that?
feel
Because
like-
let's not act
I
like the
feel like if
Baltimore-
he's given the same opportunity, or if he's given that same I feel like that's a win, that's a ring easy.
Baltimore-
But again, everybody, if ands and buts, I'm not saying, but like at the same time, if you give him that same organization, what would he do with it? I think he would win ring. I think he would win rings too.
I can't say that because Baltimore Ravens is a very, very great team, and they've been a great team for years. So so I can't say that he's a part of a great team, great line, great defense, always great defense. They always top 5 in defense. Besides a couple years that they slouched off, but so I can't say that he has a whole package of a team. So I don't know. I can't fully engage into that talk. It's not like he's coming from a bad team that he made better. He's coming from a great program. I don't want to say program because it's not college, but a great team that's already had a great foundation. Jim Harbaugh, you know what I'm saying? He's been already renowned.
Yeah, no.
I mean, not Jim Harbaugh, John Harbaugh. He's been renowned.
You give Lamar those teams, bro, it's a wrap. I don't care what nobody say. And he got. I'm not saying he has
He
a
did
bad.
have Tyreek
I'm not.
Hill.
I'm not saying he has a bad team, but bro, you give Lamar those teams.
You
It's
give Lamar
quiet.
Jackson, Tyreek Hill.
You give Lamar
He
Jackson,
bombing them.
Tyreek Hill, and Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, not bad.
Come on, bro.
We got Derrick Henry.
And he does. And he
Yeah,
does. But I'm
Henry.
just saying the combination
Mark
of
Andrews
both of those.
has always been a besides the drop that he did and the fumble. People like, yo, you. When do you ever juke? Yeah, I say, yo.
He said, "When do you ever juke?"
Yeah,
First of all, I ain't even
he
gonna
punched
say.
that job. Yo,
I ain't even gonna say what I really want to say.
that.
He good.
That was a great great punch, man. That punch was right directly while he's trying to juke. He punched it. Oh, he punched that.
Great play by the defender,
It
but
was
yeah,
great play. That
Oh,
was a
man.
great game.
I'm just
man.
saying that because, bro, I really wanted to see Lamar win this year. I really did. Oh,
So did you? So this is a great segue into what you was talking about. I know you put into the chat in regards to Patrick Mahomes. Headline. This is the Patrick Mahomes headline. Patrick Mahomes on perception of Chiefs preferential officiating treatment. Players decide games. This is what he says. Player decide games, not calls. And the great words. I don't know if anybody watched Battle Rap.
yo,
Excuse my language. Easy to block happen. Bullshit. Bullshit. Nah, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, but go ahead though. I'm gonna let you. That's bullshit.
Honestly, if he say anything, you just outing your players. You just saying that the players is doing what they saying the refs is doing. In my opinion, that's all I think. If you saying the players decided, then you just saying that the players is doing what the refs is saying everybody else is doing. So don't. I mean, that's like a read between the lines thing for me. I don't know, but I don't. Bro, for me, you just leave that stuff alone. You leave that stuff alone. Just because you're just going to like get somebody that's going to try to read between the lines anyways. And I understand you say it just to get out, but just like, yo, just keep balling. Keep trying to whatchamacallit. But this is, again, why I say you guys want to get history so much. Like, you guys want to do everything so historical. This is such a historical thing. People like competition. I said this before. People like competition. And again, I already know everything's off analytics, so you guys got to look at the ratings, what this gets, what views this gets. But again, people like competition, and then that's what's going to fill out seats. People don't want to sit here and go to something that they feel like they're going to get mad about or have to sit here and just talk about the
officiating.
Yeah, talk about the officiating the whole time, or have to go home and just automatically say, "Oh, this is rigged." Like that's what sports is getting to, and don't nobody want to deal with that, bro. Like
his right tackle. Did you? I don't know if you look at his right.
His
right tackle is moving. Like I would say 0.3, 0.4 seconds before the ball is even snapped. So he could be called for false start almost every down. Like I seen a roughing the passer, which is statistics showing that per 100 passes, with a minimum of 100 passes, he get called the least for roughing the passer. And you know what I'm saying? Are they saying that they trying to cover up a lot of what's going on? The fact that they coming out with these statistics is showing cover up. That's how I feel. The fact that you got to keep spewing out percentages and rates and everything else is spewing something's fucking going on. Excuse my language. Something's going on.
Oh, man.
I disagree with him. I disagree with the whole fact and they coming from Mahomes. So
yeah, you don't got to do that, bro. Yo, you already on top, man. And again, you probably did have to do that, but you on top, bro. Just I ain't gonna tell you what to do, bro. You on top. You got it.
I call bull because also
I do call bull though.
Also, he has a game where he's dapping up everybody. He say, "Yo," and you hear him yelling, "Calls is horrible. Calls is horrible." But you can't say two things at once. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. You on top now, and everything is in your favor. You the golden boy now. You know you are NFL's protection right now as far as like star power. Mm-hmm. But come on now, you gotta stop it. You know I'm not saying call a spade a spade. I say don't comment or something like that. Yeah. Whereas it's neutral. You know what I'm saying? Because these still are. I ain't gonna say your brothers because they on another team. They the enemies. But come on now, you know refs call some BS. Come on now, it's no way. So
yeah. Got to keep the sport. But again, man, competition would be good for us. That's just the only thing I'm gonna say. I just want to see competition. I want to see like, but this is what happens with money. A whole bunch of money's in it though. Like again, I want to see people competing. I want to see Like the love not taken out of it for the athlete.
But I feel like I get what you're saying, and I do believe that sports betting and everything is ruining a lot of games. If we had to pick a sport where it least affects, I feel like football is that, because it's so much moving pieces. It's so much. I don't know. That's just me personally. I just feel like that, but.
And honestly, in my opinion, it's affected games forever. It's affected games for a very long time, but I think that it's the access to it for everybody is making it worse and making it just like blow up, and everybody's like, oh. Everything's and now everything's rigged. Everything that's done is rigged and stuff, and then it's just everything. Well, everybody says everything is rigged because you lost a parlay, you lost this bet and stuff. So now you're actually looking into it like, yo, I did my research. How did I actually lose this parlay? And then now you're going to do your research on all this stuff. So it's just,
picture Jordan coming out and saying, yo, I'm glad y'all missed it by one parlay.
Like,
dang, yeah, KD's out front with it too.
But that's why I feel like the end is near, bro. The end of the sport. That's what I'm saying. AI is on the way, bro.
You got killed for that comment.
Yo, I got killed. That shit went crazy though.
I don't know.
That post went crazy though.
It did go crazy, but
yo,
they looking at us like
I'm
crazy.
I'm telling you, man. Everything. Just look at the fall of Rome. I'm telling you, bro, everything gets built up. Everything's at its heights. These athletes are getting paid a whole lot of money, and it falls. So let's hope that this runs for a while, though, man. Because honestly, I really don't want this to be our part of the lifetime that Rome falls. I don't want U.S. aka Rome to fall. No. But yeah, man. All right. We had Steph Curry. Can you look up the comments for Steph Curry? I apologize, guys. My phone died, but he's about to look up the comments about Steph Curry, and about to get into this. I like this. There were comments on Gil's Arena, and Rashad McCants was talking about
So we listen to it now. Fuck it.
Just to nobody else. So if you got game in any other position, you got to sacrifice sitting in the corner, watching him come off screen, nobody get the screen, none of that. So it's like, he thinking like he going to progress like Kaminga was progressing, and he like, nah, they don't let you progress over there.
Y'all can look at me as mini Draymond. I don't like to score. And me mentally at that point, I couldn't do it. I'm going in there thinking like, all right, I got my chance. So I'm just hooping. Steph and him come back, and Dre was hurt early in the season. But I couldn't play with Steph early in the season. I'm still going to do me. Like, y'all see what I did last year. That's what I'm thinking. But I can't do that because I'm on the floor with Steph all the time. I ended up asking to come off the bench. I was not wired to set a screen, pass up an open shot. What if I'm open, I'm shooting? Right. It gave me a false reality of how the NBA works.
Yo, one I want to point out, Gilbert was looking nervous in that interview. I don't know why. He looked very uncomfortable in that interview. Jeez. But yeah, for that.
This is your best player in the league right now. So I would like you
this is my favorite player. But
in the league right now.
Yeah, this is my
Don't
favorite
say your
player.
favorite player.
This is my favorite player. So
this your favorite player?
In the league, yeah. In the league right now.
I thought you thought you was putting him on Kobe. I was like, what?
Stop playing.
All right, man.
But he's right. It's tough. It's tough to play with Steph if you don't want to buy into the system that Steph is in. He is a 4-time champion. 4-time champion. And he's the first unanimous MVP. Dog. Why the fuck are you looking for your own shot? I understand. I do understand. Yes, you probably think that you want to go out here and get buckets. But there is a certain amount of shots that go up. you get, and that's part of analytics, and this is why people get so mad at analytics. You have to shoot these open shots that you get past the ball from Steph, because most in analytics and marketing, most of his looks are going to be, most of the looks of the game are going to be for him. If you want him to get a good amount of points, or you want him to lead your team, which he does need to lead your team to win, he needs to get the ball. He needs to have the ball. And also, even after you go to Steph, Wiggins is another one who should have the ball a lot and scores a good amount, and they allow him to put up shots because he shoots the three and he gets to the rack like it's nothing. Plain and simple. And honestly, his pull-ups gotten better. But what do you want somebody to, I mean, that's high-level basketball. We said the same thing about Chris. I'm like, Chris is my dog, bro. And I'm not sitting here like, oh, these motherfuckers don't pass Chris the ball, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, dog. Chris is doing what he needs to do to get paid. If that's not what he wants to do, tell him to go overseas. If you want to really go out there and work and get your buckets and don't want to play in a system that has to rely so much on marketing and jersey sales and stuff, you got to go overseas. You got to go overseas, because the NBA is not the place for it. Because, bro, marketing, jersey sales, all that shit is important. So Steph needs to get his shots, yes. And just like I said with like Chris and them earlier, with the Clippers, Harden, and Keith Porter said this too when he was here on set. Shout out Keith too. Got some little bit to talk about him after. But just like he said about Harden, like, bro, what does it look like you passing up giving one of the most marketable and also one of the most tenacious scorers ever? What does it look like you just sitting there just taking your own shots whenever you want and not giving him the ball the right amount of times for the game? Like, bro, you have to adjust, but that's with any good team. People, and that's the freaking problem today. Nobody want to adjust. If he's the man, he's the man. Bro, what's the problem with that? I don't know.
But I mean, this is going on the contrary of what a lot of people say, due to the fact of saying Steph Curry is probably one of the best teammates. So this is
just
like
because his style doesn't fit yours, bro. Everybody knows what the team is set up to do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows this. My fault, I cut you off.
No. I'm that's why I'm at. It's a question towards you, because I know this the flack of, because Curry is saying is the most marketable guy in the league because of how he carries himself. But to hear that on the contrary is just like,
they gotta say something. They gotta give some type of controversy about Curry. They say, all right, we be talking about him good too much, so we gotta throw some at him. But yeah, bro, it's his team. Is it like, yo, when you think Golden State, who do you think?
Steph.
You think Steph? You think, yeah, you definitely think about Draymond. But what name do you always say first?
Steph.
Thank you.
1,000%.
Bro, no matter what. So it's just like, bro,
Draymond's not really that marketable.
And Draymond don't even care to be.
He don't care to be.
That's why Draymond now, and Draymond got a podcast.
Yeah. So yeah.
Draymond got a podcast. He not sitting here like, yo, Steph's hard to play with, blah blah. Like, no, but also I'm not saying that I'm not saying that the Pascal dude is like complaining or anything, but if that's your style and you want to get more shots up, then you need to play overseas. But if you're just saying like, okay, like it was just harder to play with Steph than I thought, then okay, whatever, because you thought you were going to get more shots, probably because you were a scorer coming in, but you have to live with the fact that you're not, if you want to be able to be in this system and get paid by the league or get paid by the Golden State Warriors. Plain and simple.
So I want to throw a monkey wrench, because I did send it to you. You ain't say nothing back. I want to throw now, because we always talk about, speaking of Steph, this is a great segue to this situation. Somebody, Dan Patrick, we're going to listen to it right now. I want to get your thoughts. I don't know if you watched the video yet.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but
I better leave Steph alone.
This is it. How you feel about this?
Solution to the NBA's to the NBA's three-point issue.
What if we capped the number of threes that you can take? Each team gets 25 attempts.
I'm a huge NBA fan, especially in the playoffs, but I know the ratings have shown that this kind of basketball is not as fun to watch as this kind of basketball. Normally in sports, when a trend starts to dominate, the defense eventually figures it out, and then things kind of regulate themselves. It's like the air raid offense in football. Well, we put two safeties up top now. Not as easy to pass over the top. In the NBA, defenses are not adjusting. Maybe the analytics have just solved the sport, and guys have just gotten too good at shooting threes. Playing A in sports is always have the opposition figure out a way to beat it. But like the shift in baseball, we had a fourth outfielder going out there, and it became an ugly game to watch, and the hitters weren't able to adjust and hit their way out of the shift. So a rule change had to happen. No more shifts this extreme. I'm afraid a rule change is coming to basketball to prevent the extreme three-point shooting. This is a crazy example, but look at how slow-pitch softball put in a home run limit. For the correct analytics, the easy way to win, go up and jack homers every time. Everybody swing for the fences, but that doesn't keep the game competitive. It turns into a home run derby. In this right now, everybody jacks up threes the whole game. It turns into a three-point contest. If defenses cannot adjust, then it just means the offensive players have gotten too good, therefore a rule change is needed, just like slow pitch softball. I just think capping the number of threes, at least for the regular season, could add some strategy. Like the Warriors suddenly might save 15 of them for Steph. You try it for the regular season at least, or experiment with the preseason or in-season tournament. Like in the playoffs, yeah, no training wheels there.
Are you better than LeBron?
How do you feel about that? Because I know we had plenty of discussions in regards to what's going on in the NBA and the rating system. Everybody's hating the three-point thing. We discussed on that it's never going to change, things like that. How you feel about that?
I feel like I mean, it's really not a bad idea. Honestly, in theory, it's not a bad idea. But in terms of actual just like play and stuff, I don't like it. I don't like it. In theory, it solves the problem. It solves the problem, and honestly, it brings another aspect of thinking to the game, so it makes the game a little bit tougher.
Yeah, but we talk about competing though.
Because now I know that
it's a pitch out.
Because now I know if you used all your threes, I know that you have to go to the rack, so I can play you in a different way. So it's that it's I like it for. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like it in theory, and honestly, the more I talk about it, the more I like it actually in like the way it goes, like the way like it will play too. But I also don't think that I don't like the handicapping though. I feel like we shouldn't have to handicap athletes to be able to do the right thing, and it's not the athlete's fault. It's not
that the shift happened.
It's not.
It's the rules.
It's the rules. These dudes can like really shoot the shit, but their coaches and analytics are telling them to shoot a certain amount of threes. You don't do shit in the NBA that your coach don't tell you to do. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
1,000%. Or that your coach doesn't allow you to do.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dog, if there was a problem from the coaches and with them shooting those threes, then the coaches would stop it. But I don't think that it's right to tame greatness, because like, yo, if I'm a team and I'm really like that successful at shooting, but that's also too that's what it is. Shooting's a double-edged sword. You live by the three, you die by the three.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have if you're shooting a lot of threes and you have an off day and you can't do shit else, you're gonna lose that fucking game. So I feel like it being a double-edged sword is good enough. It's good enough, but people gotta. How many people are inefficiently shooting the three? And well, the Celtics, they've been inefficient. Yeah. They had like the game of like 9-43 or something. They just won the championship last year, but I don't know. Like that shit. Again, like he said on the thing, that shit has to play out for itself. You can't tame you can't tame I feel like you can't tame an artist.
My thing is. If they added the rules saying you only get a limit of 25 shots, but you can still shoot the three, but you're only going to get a 2-pointer for it. I mean, I don't think that's real. I mean, you can still shoot the. So you can't play it in no different way because you know somebody going to hit from range, but you're not going to get the 3-point 3 points. So now everybody, I mean, you might go, you'll be thinking about going to the right. Just if I'm gonna shoot back out there, I might as well go in closer to hit a more efficient 2-pointer instead of being out there 30, 40 feet away. But when I heard it, I was like, yo, that's a crazy idea. Not crazy as crazy as it is in a good sense of the word.
You know,
like, yeah, try it out in some.
yo,
I say try it in summer league.
I promise you, I don't mind I don't mind the theory of it. I don't even mind the rule. I just don't like the
Handicap part.
limiting. I don't, just like I said, I don't like limiting an art. I feel like it's like limiting an artist.
Okay, I like that analogy. All right. I know I went off the rails today.
In
Crazy.
theory, it solves the problem, and people want to get people back to shooting the mid range. I feel like been doing that for a minute, but people want to get people back to shooting mid range and going to the rack and stuff, and not just like shooting like mad threes. That in theory again solves the problem. But hey, and more physical, more competition, less and again, that's another thing about sports. These dudes are big as hell to not be physical. And again, I know the sport is physical, but sometimes like they be stopping like the physicalness for the sake of having like better offense. And that's not good. Like these dudes can't just be out there just to. I'm trying to say this without having to pause it after. These dudes are not out there just for like show. We'll say that. These are not just like out there just to be like diesel models on the court. Let's just say that. Yeah, like let's put it like that. So yeah. Yeah.
I like it. All right. Just I had to throw a little curveball. That's it. I threw a couple today. But nah, good shit. Good stuff.
Smooth. We'll go into the Ray Nexus for the day. What's been going on? Bitcoin's around 100,000. Riot, which is a crypto mining stock, is around like $14 right now. It's been fluctuating between like 12 and 14. Yeah, it is. Again, I'm just sitting here just not waiting, but just sitting here playing the long-term game for cryptocurrency. I think it'll have a significant effect on the future and all of our lives. So I'm trying to play the right side of it investment-wise. Top stock tip for the day. Didn't have one written down because my phone died. But just like doing any type of work, investing should just be like especially when starting out, do it as something that is just like part of your weekly, monthly routine. So just like do it without even knowing, or just like make that like a part of your expenses. That's honestly the way you should do it. You should make investing, if you want to start, part of your expenses. So if you're trying to save up for a house, you should be taking that out, putting that into whatever type of accounts you want, or you can like find out like the different accounts that like get like the best like interest and stuff. So but that's what you should be doing for that. And then yeah. All right. But yeah, that's our top stock tip for the day. And then yeah. I really don't have too much to go in for stocks and cryptocurrency. Again, I'm really big on the crypto stocks right now. Tech stocks. I always try to say dollar cost average to greatness. Make sure you do your research. And something that I could give away for we talked about this a little bit earlier. Apple got like a good future play with this, because if they can future play with either whoever, Apple has a good future play with the VR headsets that the NFL is using, because if they can integrate that with their phones and make people do like different types of like learning on that, or like that's like the standard for like the way learning is done, or that's the standard for the way trainings are done. Like they can do a whole bunch of different type of trainings. Like you can do military trainings on that, which I'm pretty sure they already do. But you could do trainings for sports. You could do trainings for like actual like adventures and stuff. Like you can do trainings for all different types. You can do trainings for jobs on there. So like that now you got companies buying it, especially big companies that hire a lot of people. You send your employee at home because a lot of people are working from home now. You send them a VR headset for their training, and now they can like be able to have like hands-on virtual training, and it's a little bit better than them just being at home and on the laptop. So yeah, I think Apple has opportunity to be able to take advantage of that, and that's another one of the reasons why Apple is the only stock that I'm dollar cost averaging as of right now. I'll be the only stock I'll be dollar cost averaging for the next at least 5 to 10 years, trying to build as many shares as possible so that when there is like exponential move, I can be able to benefit from it greatly. All right. We got any advice for the Jits today, Coop?
Not today. Not today. Anything for you?
Make sure talk to each other, talk to other people just the way you want to be talked to.
Golden rule.
Please. And that's just a simple way to put it. Just talk to other people the way you want to be talked to. I know that we a lot of the time reflect the way we talk to other people by the way that other people talk to us, that we really don't have like control of the situation to be able to say something. So the way they talk to us, we project that onto other people. So like, especially like for like kids and even for like some adults, if you have a parent that is like demeaning or something, or you have a parent that just like got you frustrated or something, or like talked to you a certain way, and you don't want to be disrespectful to your parents, so you push it off, and now you're being mean to somebody else, or now you're being disrespectful, like using that type of tone or that type of language with somebody else because somebody used that with you. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. All right, we good? That was a smooth one.
Smooth one, baby.
Smooth one. Episode 36, please, y'all.
Episode 36,
like, share, and subscribe, man. We're on a run to 1,000. We don't care about 800. We don't care about 900. We don't care about 850. We don't care about 950. We just want to get to 1,000 and keep it pushing from there. We got big landmarks. We got 1,000 right now. We're going to keep pushing. And then, yeah, we're going to have some. We've been plotting, though, too, for real. I know we've been slowing down on, like, getting you guys out the content, but we have some stuff in store that we just are laying out that we can get to you guys properly. We want to make sure that this is done the right way, and all the sections that we have, everything comes together in like a sequential order. So, yeah. Again, please like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Comment.
Yes.
Share with 2 friends.
Yes.
And when in doubt, y'all,
keep it a buck,
keep
man.
it a buck, y'all.